Is next, but right now it is time for Young Money. To a Lil Wayne's favorite young artist, Yella Beezy from Dallas, Alan Cubas from Wayne's hometown of New Orleans. Okay, Yella, let's talk Dallas, but not Cowboys. Let's talk about your Mavericks, winners of 11 of their last 12, 15 of their last 17. So, Yella, could you see them staying hot, making it through the West to the NBA Finals?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, it's been looking real good. Like Luka been on his hot streak, Kyrie been on his hot streak. Like they just been gelling together. So I feel like they keep their chemistry going. I feel like they going crazy like right now. Like last year, they had their little doubts or whatever, but like this year's like it's like proving different. Like they just been gelling, like they been clicking. So like if y'all can't stop them, then y'all in trouble. Then with the trade deadline came over with PJ and Daniel. Yep. I feel like those peaks, that helped out real good. We kind of the healthiest that we've been in a long time. And then when it jump out, we getting two major key role players coming back that's going to help stomp down on some stuff. I just feel like things just kind of clicking in our way. Then, third time's a charm with the Clippers if we get to play them. I feel like we'll maybe knock them out the bubble this time.
Yeah. Alan, like, your response.
I couldn't disagree more. I think that they've been playing well. A lot of these wins been product of a favorable schedule. Then at the same time, they playing their way into harm's way. Like everyone talks about how great Luka's been against the Clippers and his narrative that he always kills them. Well, he's 0-2 in the playoffs against them. And I think that fifth seed isn't ideal having to play a Clippers team. They get Kawhi back. You got Ty Lue versus Jason Kidd on the sidelines. We all know how good Ty Lue is with adjustments. As great as Luka and Kyrie have been offensively, they've also been prone to be defensive liabilities at times. So that's two guys you're going to have in the court at all times that don't excel defensively. They can put points up on the board. I think teams are going to target them. I will say I think Gafford, P.J. Washington, Derrick Jones Jr. and Exum have been big-time underrated pickups. They're underrated pickups, but I don't see this team going too far. I don't even see it better than the conference final Maverick team when they had Jalen Brunson. I mean, we could argue, we could all talk about, and I'm on the board too, Kyrie maybe being the most skilled player of all time, but these last 2 years, no argument can be made that Jalen Brunson has been a better player and more conducive to winning.
Okay. Yeah, I like the fact that it's one-offs for the Mavs. Oh, the Mavs are cooking. Oh, look at Luka, look at Kyrie.
I knew. I just the LA hater. I knew.
No, it's not. It has nothing to do with LA. Your sidekick just said defense. Okay, defense. They score a lot of points. Yes, that's true. But you got to play some D. Some. Correct. I'm not asking you to be the Pistons. I just want you to play some defense. When you're 20th in points allowed, that's not, chopped liver right there. And there's going to be teams like the Clippers that you run up against in a 7-game series. Kawhi in the lineup, along with Paul George and James Harden. I mean, you're going to have to defend that. You're going to have to defend that. You just think that it's just going, all of a sudden, they just going to stop learning how to play basketball? And when Kawhi is right, Kawhi is the best dude on the floor because he plays both ends of the floor. And then I'll second that right behind him with PG, both ends of the floor. That's what you're going to go up against. It has nothing to do with L.A. hate. Sorry.
And then Russell Westbrook has an infectious energy. I think that they actually match up better against a young Thunder team or a catless Timberwolf team, whether he comes back or not. I think actually the worst matchup for him is the Clippers, and it looks like they on a collision course straight for him.
Keyshawn, I got a stat for you.
Give it to me.
Over these last 17 games, 15 of them won by the Dallas Mavericks, albeit, as Alan points out, against a fairly favorable schedule. Would you believe Dallas has held their opponents to 44% shooting from the field over 17 games? Pretty big sample size. Yeah. That's best in the NBA over those 17 games.
Yeah, when I'm playing against the Brooklyn Nets and I'm playing against Detroit and I'm seeing them type of teams.
With no Embiid.
Yeah, I can. The Sixers with no Embiid. Of course
but
you can.
Don't tell me no defense. Don't. Because they are playing some defense here and there on some nights. They're way better than they used to be, which makes them way more dangerous.
But you do realize, Skip, the here and there against the teams that we're talking about, which is nobody's. Teams that are not good. They're less than good. The teams that you're going to have to play in the playoffs are in the playoffs for a reason. That's at least 7 games potentially that you got to go to. This isn't, I'm going to play the Chicago Bulls this night, then I got Detroit the next night, then I might see a down team that's somewhat a Houston team. No, or San Antonio team. No, you got to see that team the entire series. There's a big difference.
Okay, but in a playoff scenario, I will take Kyrie Irving over Jalen Brunson any night. When it's time, when it's game 6 and game 7, give me Kyrie. Give me Kyrie.
But if they get the crunch time, we didn't see that version of Kyrie against the Boston Celtics when he was with KD. But the best version of Kyrie came with LeBron. So he's best when he could be that Robin. The only difference was, despite LeBron not being a defensive juggernaut, he was more than capable of making huge defensive plays, a la the Iguodala block when it counted. Luka's not going to do that. So I want to see how, with both of those guys being great offensively, I think defensively is both. I will take Kyrie, though, when it's crunch time. I don't know if they get to game 7, though.
Hey, on a nightly basis, I sit back in awe watching Luka and Kyrie because I don't think we've ever seen two trick shot makers like those two playing off each other. And they are vibing off each other, man.
Thanks. Chemistry there.
Yeah.
Hey, man, all I know is y'all better get things turned around in Dallas on a lot of different fronts.
Look at him. I
can't
stand him. I can't stand him.
All right. I appreciate both of you. We will check in next week when I'm sure we'll update just how bad the Cowboys have gotten in the offseason. But up next, I can't wait. Been waiting the whole show for this.